Did Power Rangers really come to an end? This is the question we are going to answer in this video, since we have had no official news, and I recommend you to stay until the end of this video so you can get all the answers you are looking for. Several years ago, the Power Rangers franchise began to decline, and although many may think that this is the fault of the big companies, it really isn't so. The fall of Power Rangers and many other franchises dedicated to a child audience has been due to the changes we have had in technology. Every day that passes, the world is changing, and this is due to the technological changes that are happening little by little. Many years ago, people could only travel on horses, and that is why there were no roads, there were only dirt roads. Then humans invented the car, and in order to use them they also had to invent roads. In the 90s, television was the main entertainment, so all series had the opportunity to have a big audience. Obviously the series had to be good to have a big audience, but at least you didn't have as much competition since each episode premiered at a specific time, on a specific channel. This meant that your only competition was the other series on other channels, but only at that specific time. This is something that no longer happens and has become very different. Since the internet started, everything has changed and television has stopped being so relevant. This is because you no longer have to wait for that specific time to watch your favorite series, and you have thousands of options to enjoy. One of the things that revolutionized the visual entertainment was YouTube, since this platform is like a modern television in which you have thousands of channels with varied content that you can enjoy at any time. Another important thing is that in television there were few opportunities to be part of a channel, and it was very difficult to be part of a series. If you wanted to be part of a series and become a star, then you had to work very hard to achieve that goal. Nowadays you just need to open your YouTube channel and start creating content. In these modern times you have the opportunity to be a big star in a very easy way if we compare it with television, but obviously this doesn't mean that you don't have to work very hard to become a star, because due to all the competition that there is now, it is very difficult to be relevant. Exactly, this is what has happened to all the children's series, and now there are many YouTube channels with children's content that have a very different proposal. Now television has too much competition, and the problem of having to wait until a certain time to watch my favorite series is something that no one wants. This is why many children's series have had to move to digital platforms like Netflix in order to be a competitive option and remove that obstacle of having to wait until a certain time to watch the new episode. Right now, the only thing that makes children's series different from all those YouTube channels is that the series have a great production with a high quality, and it's something that comes with a lot of budget. The problem with this is that children do not care, because they are not concerned about the quality of the product, but the entertainment it can offer them. This is why kids now prefer to watch YouTube channels even though the production quality is terrible, the special effects are simple, and the things they do are weird. All those YouTubers have created a new form of entertainment for the children audience by understanding better what this kind of audience is looking for and removing everything that is not important for them. Because the production costs are so low, then these content creators can keep creating lots of videos, and since there are so many content creators, then kids feel like they have an infinite amount of content to enjoy. This is something that no children's series can't offer because of the production costs, how slow it is to create high-quality content, and the bureaucracy that is in all those big companies. In order to summarize all this, we just have to say that there is no turning back. Children's series can no longer compete with YouTube content creators, and it is time to move on. This is something that very few companies have understood, and that is why it is very difficult to move in the children's category, since the product must be excellent to be successful. Thinking about all this, several years ago Hasbro bought the Power Rangers franchise to start converting it into a series for adults, since its CEO at that time understood that this was the only way to raise this franchise. For this reason, they quickly began the change, hiring Jonathan to create the new Power Rangers universe and make a reboot of the entire franchise. Sadly, this CEO passed away, and apparently his plans to change Power Rangers went with him. No one knows what is going on inside Hasbro, but looking at all the things that have happened recently, they apparently don't have the same vision that this CEO had. Even though we haven't had any official news yet and have only had a few rumors, we can say that there really have been changes in the franchise. The strongest rumor that was sounding was the separation of Netflix from the project, and that it was the digital platform that did not want to continue being part of the new universe of the franchise. This was supposedly due to changes in Hasbro's ideas, as they apparently want to reboot the franchise, but creating a children's series with Mighty Morphin again. Apparently Netflix did not like this idea, since they also have the vision that Power Rangers should become a series for adults in order to revive the franchise, and that is why they decided to abandon the project. Although this news was only a rumor and not confirmed news, there are things that began to confirm that apparently the cancellation of the adult reboot is real. After these rumors, we could no longer see any information about the Power Rangers reboot that previously appeared on the IMDb page in the projects in development that the producer Jonathan had. After this, Hasbro has put up for sale everything related to the old Power Rangers seasons, and we could also see that the designer Tokujay was complaining about the cancellation, since he was apparently the new costume designer. Prior to all this, Hasbro also gave the licenses to another company to manufacture the Power Rangers toys, and now continues to give the rights to Boom Studios so they can create new comics after 2024. All these changes just seem like a way to let go of everything related to Power Rangers and allow other companies to do what they want with the franchise. This allows Hasbro to not have to invest money in creating something about Power Rangers, but at the same time it still generates profits for them, since those other companies have to pay them a percentage due to the licenses that belong to Hasbro. This may be a way to completely abandon the franchise but continue to squeeze out everything that is left. The other way we can see all these moves is that Hasbro really wants to get rid of all the old stuff, leaving all that to other companies so they can concentrate on the new universe and take care of creating all the new products. It is still strange that the information of the new Power Rangers universe no longer appears in IMDb, and that the costume designer complained about the cancellation, but we have to remember that we never received official news from Netflix or Hasbro about this possible cancellation. In my opinion, I think the cancellation of everything, and the end of Power Rangers, has a 70% chance of being real. The other 30% is that possibly the adult reboot still has hope, but after no news at the San Diego Comic-Con, the reality is that this percentage of hope continues to diminish. Let me know what you think in the comments, like this video and subscribe for more Power Rangers future news.